Hey from Fuller to Fullest Fam. I'm so glad to be back with you guys today. It's been about a month since my last Craftcast. I have not done a garden cast, and I do apologize to you guys who are here because of the garden cast. It has been a terrible gardening year for us here in Arkansas. Lots of rain. My tomatoes are miserable. They just started producing fruit, and I planted seed in the first part of February. Anyway, so I might get a garden cast out sometime this summer. I'm not sure. But if you are new here, welcome to the fam. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. We're going to jump right into this Craftcast because I've got lots to show you. I say lots to show you. I've done a lot of work on very few things. But I'm going to go ahead and show you everything I've got going right now. That way, when I get some of these things off the needles, I can have, some way to track that I've actually made some progress. So we're going to start with the things that have not been touched at all. Then, we're going to start with the one finished object I have. Then the things that have not been touched at all, the things that have been barely touched, so that we can end on a high note and I can show you the things that made the most progress because that's what I was focused on. So, finished object. I finished one thing, and that is this blanket. If you're a returning viewer, I have been making blankets for my daughter and her friends who are also mine. I have made them my children. Of course, the ends need to be trimmed on some of these. I've woven in the ends, I have washed this, I have blocked this, but the little tails of where it was joined need to be trimmed up. But this is for Skylar. This is Gemma's little sisters, and we are going to a cabin this coming weekend. So I finished it just in time for Skylar to be able to have it for the trip. Not the right corner. Yeah, there we go. So that is done. This was Lion Brand Mandala Ombre. I don't remember the colorway name, but it's blues because I could not find a black and grays one for her. So that is my one and only finished object for the last month. So there's that. Now on to the projects that I have not touched in a long time. We'll start with, we'll start with my Disney Snacks bag. I love this bag. I think this was Lila Styles. Lila Styles. In this bag is Crystal's sweater that all I've made is the color on. This is the colorway by Madeline Tosh and Tosh DK. This is Cotton Candy Daydreams, where they had, let me put it in front of my face so y'all can see that. That's pretty true to color. We've got the lighting going pretty good today. This is Cotton Candy Daydreams. She picked it out because it reminded her of peacocks, which is one of her favorite things. Those colors, that color combination is, what is going on here? We're tangled up somehow. I'll have to fix that later. Anyway, she loves anything that's peacock related. So that's why she chose these colors, and she said she needed it. You can see how far I've made it. I plan to make some real progress on this soon. Living in my Disney Snacks bag. You know what? This bag also came with a little progress keeper on the zipper. It's Tinkerbell. Let's see if you can see her. Yep, there you go. Little fairy. So we're going to go ahead and mark that so we can see what kind of progress we've made next time, because I intend to have progress on every project you see here by the next time I film, which will hopefully be in 2 weeks. I'm going to try to do better, y'all. I really am. Summer gets away from me real fast. The next one, this is in a Molly Klein design bag with the child Grogu. This is my Comarini Socks from Sock Sanity way back when over on Adventures with Yarn that I finished the first one. I did make it a shorty sock because nobody in my family wears tall socks. See that beautiful ribbing pattern there. I finished this, and the last time you saw it, I was right here. So I've made progress by finishing this sock, and then I've started on the toe. Let me fix this, because I have dropped some stitches on this toe here. Yeah. So I've started on the toe. Now, this particular pattern is actually a cuff down pattern, but I hate the seam at the toe of cuff down socks. So I modified the pattern and I did a toe up of this. I did a short row toe. Therefore, this one is starting at the toe. Also, I do a short row garter stitch, toe and heel. That is my preferred sock method there. So, also hoping to show you progress on these next time you guys see me. And I'm going to go ahead and move my little Gryffindor lion progress keeper. Can you see that? So cute. I'm gonna go ahead and move it over here so we can see what kind of progress we made on the next Craftcast. So there's that. The next project that has seen very little progress is living in my popcorn bag. This is a Silver Shed USA bag. She is on Etsy. Her bags are super quality, and isn't this the perfect one for carrying to the movies? We recently went to our first movie since COVID began. We took our girls to see the second Boss Baby movie, and I took my popcorn bag because, I mean, for the movies, perfect, right? Anyway, this is the bag that my dishcloths live in because that is just the best thing to knit in the movies, because if it's got a hole here or there, or you know, it's just garter stitch back and forth. So perfect. But all my cotton lives in here. Well, some of my cotton lives in here, and eventually all of it will cycle through as I work on dishcloths. I love to make dishcloths throughout the year because they're perfect for housewarming gifts and for wedding baskets. I like to do baskets. That's my favorite thing to do, is baskets full of all kinds of stuff. So typically for wedding gifts and for housewarming, I will do a kitchen themed basket, and I'll get utensils and things like that, and then hand knit dishcloths to go in with that basket. So pro tip for you knitters, crocheters. Next project that has seen very little work, but it has seen progress. Let's see, since you guys saw it, very little, but there's progress. This is my little red panda stitch marker from the Shepherd's Hook. She's an eBay store, not an Etsy store. She does hand beaded stitch markers. They are beautiful. Let me see if I can get this up close where you can see it. There we go. Little red panda, so cute. This is the blanket I have been working on for the little neighbor girl next door. It is being crocheted with a size F crochet hook, which is 3.75 millimeters, which is why I only get to work on it a little bit at a time because it makes my wrist hurt. But this yarn was perfect for her, absolutely beautiful. So it had to be done. Gotta do what you gotta do. This is Lion Brand Mandala. Yes, it's just the Mandala original, and it is in the colorway Nifflers. Can you see? Yep. Nifflers. So perfect. I'm about halfway through with the body part of this, and then I'm going to do a border around it as well. So This is for my little neighbor girl, and it is living in my crazy craft lady tote that I got from my aunt and my cousin for Christmas, birthday, one of those. But it's fairly fitting. Now, the next project you have not seen at all, I don't believe, and the other, there's two left. The other one has made the most progress because I have been so focused on working on it. So, living in my kitchen clutter canvas bag, it's got my flannel in there, is a colorwork cowl design I am working on. Let's see if I can get it where you can see what's on it so far. Okay, so far I have the word bless where you can see all of it, and half of the word thee. This will be my Psalm 103 cowl, and it will say, bless the Lord, oh my soul. It is knit in fingering weight, which is daunting. I should not have done this with my first design. I should have gone with DK, but it just looks better in fingering. So, and this is Wool-like. I think it's a Lion brand. I know it's Wool-like, which it's 100% acrylic, but I think it's by Lion brand. I'm not sure. Anyway, I got it at Michael's big box store. So, in burgundy and a gray. This is going to be fairly lightweight, but still warm for the winter time. And hopefully, come September or so, it will be done and ready to go out to testers. If you're interested in testing this pattern for me, I would love for you to shoot me a DM on Instagram at MogoFuller, or comment down below and with some contact information on Instagram for you, so that I can get, I need a couple of testers for this. Anyway, so Psalm 103 cowl. I don't think you guys have seen this yet. But again, it has been a month since I saw you, so and talked with you. So maybe you saw the very beginnings of it. Super excited about that. This one. This is the cropped cardigan I told you that I was working up my own pattern for because I could not find one, and I really wanted one. I believe I told you last time that, you know, I was watching the Christmas episode of Warehouse 13 and wanted to have a knit hoodie like Claudia's, or similar to what Claudia had. So I have been working on this, and y'all have made so much progress because this has been my knitting love at the moment. We have finished the body and the hood, and we have started on the first sleeve and made even a good bit of progress on that. So this is being knit in Madeline Tosh Mow Light, which is merino and mohair, and also held double with Surrey silk from Fiber for the People in the colorway Jupiter. The Toshmo Light is in the colorway Fathom, which is a deep blue, so pretty. Okay, so Fathom and Jupiter, which you cannot see all the beautiful flakes in this, wound up in a ball because I do not have my ball winder, my caking, anyway, it broke. It wasn't winding correctly, so anyway, but I have made so much progress on this. The only exception to that particular combination is on the button band. I'm not putting buttons on here, but the button band and front of the hood, which is in Tosh Merino Glitter, or Tosh Glitter. It's a merino nylon blend with gold stellina in onyx. and gold stellina, and then the last of a ball of mohair that was just black. I don't remember exactly what the colorway name was. I do know it came from Stunning String, so it might be a little black dress. Anyway, so that edging is black there, and I'm also going to try to put that on the cuffs if I have enough of it to do so. But we have made lots and lots of progress on this. I just did a standard raglan cardigan to the point I wanted to crop it at, and a garter hem and bind off, and then I did a garter on the button band in front of the hood. I will do garter hem on the sleeves as well. So there's that, and that's everything this week, or well, for this podcast. I know it's short for being gone for a month, but it's all I've really worked on and not worked on that I showed you, so that I would hold myself accountable to having to show you guys progress. And oh no, it's caught in the zipper. There we go. And that is living in my Lord of the Rings. I call this my Hobbit hole bag because it's got the door to Bilbo's house in there, or on the front. So that is everything I've been working on. Knitting plans, because we're going to spend 4 days at a cabin, or 4 nights, 5 days at a cabin in the woods with very little cell phone service, internet access, and I'm so excited. I'm taking knitting. The most daunting thing about packing for anything like that is, what am I going to take to knit on? So I'm obviously going to take this. I'm going to take the neighbor girls blankets, so I'll be forced to get it done, work on it regularly, and probably dishcloths, you know, so I can knit on something easy and that I don't really have to think about. All of these are at points where they're fairly mindful, and I like to call it mindful because I don't want mindless knitting where I'm just wondering. I want the opportunity to think about and pray for who I'm making for, who will eventually have these things. I want to take that time to spend with the Lord, or, you know, just processing. I don't like to spend time with my mind empty, and even though I do spend some time in front of the TV just vegging out, I do like to have time to ponder things and be mindful. So I call it mindful knitting, because then I don't have to think about the knitting and I can think about other things. So I believe that's what I'm going to take. I may change my mind. Who knows? But until next time, I bless you.